Welcome to the hidden world of one of nature's most incredible predators, the bladderwort, or Utricularia. At first glance, it may seem like just another delicate aquatic plant, but beneath its unassuming appearance lies a story of remarkable adaptation and cunning. This plant, with its delicate flowers that sway gently above the water, is a marvel of evolution and holds the title for the fastest trap in the plant kingdom. Its blooms, often yellow or purple, add a splash of color to marshes and ponds, but the real action happens out of sight, below the surface. Below the water or in damp earth, the bladderwort tells a story of speed and survival. Imagine a trap so fast it operates in milliseconds, quicker than a blink, so rapid that even high-speed cameras struggle to capture the moment. This is not just a plant, it's a living machine, perfectly engineered for the hunt. The bladderwort actively sucks its prey into a watery prison, a botanical ambush artist. Tiny aquatic creatures like water fleas and insect larvae are drawn in by the plant's subtle movements. Its efficiency allows it to thrive in nutrient-poor environments, turning the tables on the animal kingdom and making it a true survivor where others might fail. Using a combination of pressure and vacuum, the bladderwort captures tiny creatures, supplementing its meager nutrients. The genus Utricularia includes over 100 species, each a master of its domain from tropical wetlands to temperate ponds. These bladders are marvels of natural engineering, each one a tiny resettable trap ready to spring at the slightest touch. Whether floating freely in a sun-dappled lake or anchored in soggy, muddy soil, these plants adapt to a wide range of conditions. Their success lies in the tiny, engineered bladders that give them their name, structures so specialized that they can function in both water and saturated earth, allowing the bladderwort to colonize habitats where few other plants can survive. Charles Darwin was captivated by these remarkable plants, calling them the chief point of interest during his studies of carnivorous species. He marveled at their complexity and ingenuity. Today we follow in his footsteps, using modern science to uncover the secrets of nature's fastest botanical hunter and to appreciate the evolutionary marvels that fascinated even the greatest minds. It's a journey into the world of the bladderwort, a testament to nature's creativity and resourcefulness. In the quiet corners of wetlands and ponds, these plants are locked in a constant battle for survival, using speed and precision to outwit their prey. So, let's explore the hidden genius of this speedy carnivore, and discover what makes it one of the most extraordinary plants on Earth. Get ready for an incredible journey into the world of the bladderwort. It's a story of speed, precision, and survival, all packed into a tiny green package. As we dive deeper, prepare to witness the astonishing strategies that allow this unassuming plant to reign as nature's unseen speed demon. Let's examine the bladderwort's trap, a tiny hollow sac called the bladder. These bladders, some just a millimeter across, are high-tech traps. Inside, the plant pumps out water, creating negative pressure, like a compressed spring. The trigger is a set of tiny hairs around the trap door. When a creature brushes against these hairs, the trap door swings inward. The vacuum force pulls in water and prey in less than a millisecond. The prey is trapped in a watery grave, with no escape. The bladder resets by slowly pumping water out, restoring negative pressure. This cycle allows the bladderwort to be a continuous, effective hunter. It's a master of ambush, thriving in its aquatic environment. The bladderwort's trap is a marvel of natural engineering. What's on the menu for this remarkable underwater predator? The answer is a smorgasbord of tiny aquatic organisms, each one a potential meal for the ever-hungry bladderwort. The bladderwort's diet is surprisingly diverse, but it mainly feasts on zooplankton, minuscule creatures like water fleas and copepods that drift through the water, often unaware of the danger lurking nearby. These tiny animals are just the right size to set off the bladderwort's sensitive trap mechanism, making them the perfect targets for this plant's lightning-fast capture technique. But the bladderwort isn't a picky eater. It will capture and consume almost anything small enough to stumble into its trigger hairs, from the common to the unexpected. This includes not only zooplankton, but also aquatic worms, single-celled amoebas, and even the wriggling larvae of mosquitoes. By capturing mosquito larvae, bladderworts play an unexpected role in helping to control mosquito populations, making them a natural ally in the fight against these pesky insects. The size of each bladder is crucial. It determines what kind of prey the plant can catch. Some bladders are so tiny they can only trap microscopic protozoa, while others are large enough to snare bigger creatures. Smaller bladders specialize in capturing single-celled protozoa, while the larger ones are capable of trapping mosquito larvae, water fleas, and other larger zooplankton. This remarkable variation in bladder size allows the bladderwort to take advantage of a wide range of food sources, adapting to whatever prey is most abundant in its environment. The bladderwort doesn't need to see or chase its prey. Instead, it cleverly positions its traps in high-traffic areas, where passing creatures are most likely to trigger them. With thousands of bladders spread across its stems, the odds of catching a meal are always in the bladderwort's favor. This constant microscopic feast provides the bladderwort with essential nutrients, allowing it to thrive where other plants might struggle to survive. It's a clever and efficient strategy, perfectly suited for life in nutrient-poor waters, where competition is fierce and resources are scarce. In the hidden world beneath the water's surface, the bladderwort reigns as a true master of the microscopic hunt, turning the tiniest of prey into the secret of its survival. Bladderworts are remarkable, adaptable world travelers, found on every continent except Antarctica. These fascinating carnivorous plants have managed to spread across the globe, thriving in some of the most challenging and diverse environments on Earth. Their ability to colonize new habitats is truly extraordinary, making them one of the most widespread groups of carnivorous plants. From lush tropical wetlands to chilly northern bogs, bladderworts flourish in a wide range of climates. Whether the water is warm and teeming with life or cold and still, these plants have found ways to adapt and survive, making them a common sight in wetlands around the world. Their incredible success lies in their unique ability to find food where other plants simply cannot. Bladderworts use specialized bladder-like traps to capture tiny aquatic creatures, allowing them to thrive even in nutrient-poor waters where competition is fierce. Bladderworts are almost always associated with water, living in lakes, ponds, and marshes. Their presence is a sign of healthy wet environments, and they play an important role in these aquatic ecosystems. They are not plants for dry land. Their entire life cycle depends on the presence of water. Without it, they cannot survive, grow, or reproduce, making them true specialists of wet habitats. Scientists group bladderworts into two main categories: aquatic species that live fully or partially submerged, and terrestrial species that grow in waterlogged soils. This classification helps researchers understand their diverse adaptations. Aquatic bladderworts float freely on the water's surface or anchor themselves to the bottom, with their intricate traps always submerged and ready to catch unsuspecting prey. Terrestrial bladderworts, on the other hand, live in saturated, muddy soils. Here they hunt for tiny soil organisms, using their traps to capture and digest microscopic prey. Some species are even adapted to environments that flood only temporarily. When water is present, their traps spring into action, allowing them to take advantage of brief wet periods. This remarkable versatility makes bladderworts some of the most widespread and successful carnivorous plants on the planet, able to colonize a variety of wet habitats. In doing so, they create unique ecosystems, supporting a web of aquatic life and contributing to the biodiversity of their watery homes. Bladderworts are true masters of adaptation, conquering wet worlds on nearly every continent, and thriving wherever water allows them to grow. Their adaptability and resilience are a testament to their evolutionary success, making them a fascinating subject for scientists and nature lovers alike. Bladderworts defy traditional plant norms by being rootless. Floating in water provides support and they capture nutrients from prey. Their leaves and stems absorb water directly from the environment. The name Utricularia refers to the bladders, the plant's key structure. The plant's body consists of long stems and feathery leaves supporting traps. Above the surface, bladderworts produce colorful flowers for reproduction. These flowers attract pollinators, ensuring seed production and spread. Below the surface, it's a deadly predator, above, a delicate flower. This dual identity makes the bladderwort fascinating. It separates feeding and reproductive structures, creating a complex organism. The bladderwort is a master of its watery world, both below and above. It's a plant that has specialized its parts for different jobs. Once prey is captured, digestion begins inside the bladder. The bladder is a specialized digestive organ with two types of glands. One secretes enzymes to break down the prey into a nutrient-rich soup. The other absorbs nutrients and pumps water out to reset the trap. The bladder is a busy place with digestion, absorption, and resetting. Interestingly, the bladderwort may have symbiotic relationships with microorganisms. Bacteria, microfungi, and algae may help digest prey in exchange for shelter. Researchers study this complex ecosystem to understand these relationships. Some microorganisms may be commensal partners, aiding digestion. Others may be destined to become part of the meal. This gut flora adds another layer of sophistication to the bladderwort. It's a complex plant with a secret world inside its traps. Charles Darwin was captivated by bladderworts, studying them extensively. In his book, Insectivorous Plants, he described their complex traps. Darwin's observations laid the groundwork for our understanding today. He identified the trapdoor and trigger hairs as essential to hunting. His work revealed the dynamic, aggressive nature of the plant kingdom. Today, we use modern technology to study bladderworts in detail. High-speed video captures the trap's motion, revealing its speed. Electron microscopes show intricate structures up close. DNA analysis helps understand evolutionary relationships and microorganisms. Enthusiasts can cultivate terrestrial bladderworts at home with care. Providing nutrient-poor soil and moisture allows them to thrive. The bladderwort is a fascinating plant both in nature and cultivation.